All right, so this person wanted me to do their tarot cards, and I did their tarot cards, but they wanted me to redo the problem and the solution cards, and so I started doing them. And it was an interesting read because before they came over to the tarot card reading with me, I had my Leonard Cohen poetry book on top of the deck. I don't know why. I just put it there because, I don't know, my energy is really on it because I read it a lot, and so I wanted something with my energy on it. So I put that on there. I was like, oh, that'll do. And then the tarot card reading was just the first thing that came to me when I saw the tarot card was this, because there was a dove. I'll show you the tarot card. This is the problem card that she got. She got this one. Yeah. So that was her problem card. And I can see a lot of problems in that card, straight up. It's not a hard problem card to kind of solve. The dove, see there's a dove up there? And it's bringing down, aid or something, some kind of aid, health, goodwill, whatever, peace, whatever fucking doves bring. And straight away I went, Prayer for Messiah. Prayer for Messiah is a poem by Leonard Cohen. And I was like, that poem is going to explain to you better this card than I can ever put into words. And it was really weird because I had Leonard Cohen book on top of the deck before I read the tarot. So it was strange. And then there's another poem in that tarot, there's another poem in that Leonard Cohen book called The Dove. And that just reiterates everything that I thought about the first poem. So very strange, but we're going to go through it. So let's do that. And if you want to chat, just chat. I'll answer the chats. I'll look up every now and again and look back to you guys. So the Ace of Cups was the problem. So as I just showed you before, the Ace of Cups. So what do you see there? I'll leave it there for you a second. What do you think you see? Maybe chat to me. Tell me what you see. What do you think's going on in this card? I see there's a lot going on, and it's interesting. I'd never seen this card before. This person picked it out. That's their problem. So, Prayer for Messiah by Leonard Cohen. His blood on my arm is warm as a bird. His heart in my hand is heavy as lead. His eyes through my eyes shine brighter than love. Oh, send out the raven ahead of the dove. No. So this is a vision of war, in my opinion. So this is like a reality of war. Death, blood, loss, not much peace, if any. Reality being the operative word. To be critical, to be skeptical, to question, to not confirm our bias, to not think to believe is to live. So to not think to believe is to live. You don't have to believe to live. You can live and not believe. You know what I mean? If you don't mean, you will in a second. You don't know, now you know. You can live in a world of the actual and find much beauty. You can go to bed and dream and go and visit 1,000 worlds. It doesn't mean they exist. It just, but they may. And to daydream is where the beauty lies, but no one does it anymore. Oh, send out the raven ahead of the dove. Oh, sing from your chains when you're chained to a cave. Your eyes through my eyes shine brighter than love. Your blood in my ballad collapses the grave. Oh, break through your branches, that green branch of love, after the raven has died for the dove. After reading this part of the poem, I'm sure that the raven being sent ahead of the dove means confronting your harsh reality first, rather than indulging in illusions, beliefs, or non-truths. Ravens are often seen as a messenger of doom, omens, symbols, raw, unfiltered truth. In this context, the raven might symbolize brutal honesty, death, or disillusionment, a necessary confrontation with reality, before seeking genuine enlightenment. So, a necessary confrontation with reality before seeking genuine enlightenment. It's always going to be that before that. Doom always precedes peace. Raven ahead of the dove. And doom's not bad. Pain's not bad. We have this idea that pain's bad, but it's not. It's just part of life, and it's fundamental, and it's beautiful, actually, because what precedes it is beautiful. It's something you can't buy this thing that precedes the pain. You can't buy it with money. And this is why nothing you buy with money can live up to this thing. Never, ever, ever, ever. Because you can have like billions of dollars and be happy for a second. You buy this thing, it'll make you happy for a second. But enlightenment, that's forever. That's like buying the best thing you've ever thought of buying with money in the world, but like having that feeling forever. It's not even a feeling of like, it's not a self-feeling, it's a community feeling, it's a worldly, it's a global feeling, universal, yes, you'd even say. Being the universe is us, not them, not out there. The universe is in here. So, the raven could symbolize the death of the ego, the destruction of one's previous understanding before real enlightenment can occur. This could also tie into existential suffering, the kind of pain that comes with working up to reality and realizing that the comfort of belief, the dove, is an illusion. If the dove represents propaganda, then chasing after it might mean being distracted by idealized visions, false peace, or an imposed sense of order, rather than facing the inevitable collapse of illusions. Yeah, so a lot of people, they'll have a lot of these illusions, these denials, these ways of like seeing the world, like past lives. Like some people believe in past lives and believe in gods and believe in whatever you believe in that's got a deity or just a story that you tell yourself to comfort yourself. It's very hard to collapse those down and go, well, no, maybe that isn't what the beauty, maybe that's not where the beauty lies. The beauty doesn't lie in a story, maybe the beauty lies right in front of your eyeballs. Maybe the beauty lies right there and you can't even see it because you're too busy in the story. That could be a problem. This is the problem for this person. They're not looking at what's right in front of them. Even the dove will tell you not to administer its presence as anything more than a bird that just wants to sleep somewhere warm. The Dove by Leonard Cohen. I saw the dove come down, the dove with the green twig, the childish dove out of the storm and flood. It came towards me in the style of the Holy Spirit descending. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Je m'appelle Valérie. That's all I know. I know. That's all I know too. You were friends, aren't we? You were coming. I see you. Oh no, you're a person. Okay. Okay, so this is a poem by Leonard Cohen. So it came towards me in the style of the Holy Spirit descending. Now look at this card. This card? See how the dove is descending down into the cup? The dove is always descending. You always see the dove depicted as descending down from heaven. You know? That's where we go, okay. Maybe the dove is not to be trusted if it's descending down from an illusion or a delusional illusion, you know? And I call it an illusion and a delusion not to offend anyone's religion, but just to say that if something doesn't exist, then it is an illusion. And if there's no way for us to measure it, then it doesn't exist. And I'm just going by science terms. I'm not saying that what you believe in doesn't exist. It exists to you, obviously. But there are things that actually exist that you can measure that are just as beautiful as what you believe in, I'm telling you. And it's probably best to start with something that's real than not real, in my opinion. Something you can, because it will have ongoing meaning. It will have long-lasting meaning. Something that's not real can just go away because it wasn't there in the first place. The dove is always seen as descending down to something. The dove comes from above. This is the first warning to you about it as a symbol. Nothing worth your time should ever be coming from above. A human being on this earth connected to all other human beings, existentially speaking. I've been sitting in a cafe for 25 years waiting for this vision. It hovered over the great coral. I surrendered to the iron laws of the moral universe which make a boredom out of everything desired. Do not surrender, said the dove. I have come to make a nest in your shoe. I want your step to be light. End of poem. This card suggests, much like the poem, and when he says, I've been sitting in a cafe for 25 years waiting for this vision, it says that to me that this person who drew this card has been waiting for a revelation for a very long time, something divine or transformative. The dove descending down will usually suggest an illusion of peace in the chaotic world. This person's looking for an illusion of peace in the chaotic world. And I don't blame them. This world can be scary. And sometimes you think you're not enough to get through. But the dove's just going to send you further down the rabbit hole, unfortunately. It's the raven that we want, not the dove. Al once said that we create these ideas that we have control information about the universe to survive in the chaotic world. It's called denial. Alan Watts on non-science-based delusions. What's going to happen by studying the behavior of the past and describing it carefully? We can make predictions about what's going to happen in the future. That's really the whole of science. And to do this and to make successful, you do not need God or an illusion or a hypothesis to make it in this world. Because it makes no difference to anything if you say everything is controlled by God, everything is governed by illusion, that to which cannot be measured. That doesn't make any difference to your prediction of what's going to happen in life. If you can study the past and describe how things have behaved and you've got some regularities in the behavior of the universe, you can call that law. Elon Musk. Today and culture. The rocket and the bulldozer. The rocket, compensation for the sexually inadequate male, number one. Elon Musk. So we're going to conquer space, we're in space already, way out there. If anybody cared to be sensitive and let what's outside space come to you, you can, in your eyes, if anybody cared to be sensitive and let what's outside space come to you, you can if your eyes are clear enough. Yes, okay. What he's saying there is he's saying what we're seeing, what they're trying to see in space, we could see here, and we could learn here what we're trying to learn from space if we just started looking, noticing. Like, people have stopped dreaming, people stopped daydreaming, people have stopped using their mind to gain knowledge. We're trying to use big rocket ships and anything else but inside here we're looking, inside here in our brains. Like, brain research is far behind our research in space. Why? Our brains are in our head. Space is out there. We can't even breathe out there. Why would we do that? Doesn't make any sense. So we're going to conquer space, we're in space already, way out there. If anyone cared to be sensitive and lets what space come to you, we can see your eyes are clear. He's saying that if we focused in on what we actually already have, we wouldn't need to go out into space. Everything out there is already here. We just have to grow our consciousness bigger and big enough so that we can see this. Past lives, things like that, whatever it is that comforts you about these illusions, you can find that comfort right here on Earth. Most likely within your own mind or brain. You just have to start noticing it. So, the dove as a symbol of hope is completely unnecessary. Wow. And that is why we are sending our raven ahead of it. We want you to have a go at facing your reality first. Then if you just can't do it, by all means, kill the raven and just follow blindly the white bird or the symbol of the dove that doesn't really exist and makes no difference to the past, present, or future in any meaningful way. Illusions and delusions, deities and past lives, they all make you feel that life is important, that there is someone who cares or something beyond death that matters. It has meaning for you. It has a sense that you are valuable. But after a while, it gets embarrassing. This is just a story, and then you become skeptical, and then you become an atheist just to get rid of all the nonsense. This is the process. You feel terrible after that because you got rid of the comforting illusions, but that means you got rid of yourself. Now you're just nothing. You're a machine. So if you're a smart kid, you commit suicide. Kama said there's only really one serious philosophical question, and it's whether or not to commit suicide. I think there are 4 or 5 serious philosophical questions. The first one is, who started it? The second one is, are we going to make it? The third one is, where are we going to put it? And the fourth is, who's going to clean up? And the fifth is, to commit suicide or not. This is a good question. Why go on? And you only go on if the game is worth it, right? The game has got to be worth it to keep playing it. Anyone like games? Video games? I mean, the new Tomb Raider's got 5 out of 5. It's probably worth it. Chess? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about that one. Chess is a bit like a life. Sometimes I wonder about that one. But life is a game. Is it worth it? Now, the universe has been going on for an incredible long time. So a satisfactory theory of the universe for you has to be one that's worth betting on. If you fail to do this, make a great theory of the universe, why bother? Just commit suicide. But if you want to go on playing the game, you've got to have an optimal theory for playing the game. Otherwise, there's no point in it. But the people who coin the fully automatic theories of the universe, like God or past lives, whatever, they're all playing a very funny game. What they wanted to say was that all you people who believe in illusions, like old ladies and wishful thinkers, whatever, whoever the stereotype is, you got this to look forward to after death. Like anyone knows what happens after death anyway, Who does? We don't, no one. But you want comfort. Life is rough, life is tough, wear a helmet, blah, blah, blah. Most people in the West are scared to feel because of this. Scared to notice what's right in front of them because of this. So they make up a story and they hear one and go, that sounds good. That makes me feel nothing scary. Makes me feel the dove is descending down to me. The longer you live in illusion, that this dove is somehow going to rescue you, that its sense of comfort is going to last. There's no telling the beauty, the real true beauty that you're missing out on in reality while doing this. And there's lots. In the West, we are quite urgently in need of coming to feel and to notice once again and to daydream, especially daydream. No one daydreams anymore. No use in looking into the past life that doesn't exist, or God, when existence here is where all your beauty lies. We are the eternal universe. Each one of us are the eternal universe. Otherwise, we're going to go out of our heads. We're going to commit suicide collectively with courtesy of nuclear bombs. But hey, suppose we do find these illusions somewhere up there in space. Maybe we will. Maybe Elon Musk will find them. These comforting, life-making experiments like God or past lives. Maybe they're up there in another galaxy somewhere, and maybe I'm just wrong. We may one day find them on these other galaxies, sure. Maybe up there will be a better game. But until then, there's a pretty cool one you can play right down here on Earth as a human being. And everyone is too fearful of themselves to play it. To get everything you ever wanted in the world, all you have to do is change everything, said Leonard Cohen. And all you have to do is look within, to the side, all around, notice, just stay. One day you will find it if you practice enough. You'll notice true beauty. And it won't come from a past life or from a god. It will come from within you. And it'll be bliss. I felt it. Back to the dove. All right, so back to the dove. This dove is an issue in this problem card. So we're really focusing on the dove in this problem card. I mean, the hand is obviously like an illusion. It's coming out of clouds out of nowhere. It's like an illusion. Illusions, Michael. And, the pond is a shallow piece of water. So here's the dove. We're focusing on that. I've come to make a nest in your shoe. I want your step to be light, what the dove said. I've come to make a nest in your shoe. I want your step to be light, is what the dove said. So this can mean striking an intimate image. The dove, instead of soaring above, chooses to dwell on something as humble and personal as a shoe. A nest represents home, comfort, and renewal, and having it in a shoe suggests that hope, meaning, or faith must be carried with us in our daily steps and movement, not stagnation. I want your step to be light could mean don't be weighed down by despair. Keep moving forward with grace, hope, even if fragile, should be carried lightly and personally. So for this person whose tarot card reading it is, they're letting despair hold them back. Despair's like the shadow of grief, I guess. It's grief's love, but despair's like the shadow of grief, and it's like the opposite of, I don't know, winning the lottery. It's only momentary, and it only should be, but you can draw it out as long as you want. But it's hard work doing that. And why would you do that when you could just not? Keep moving forward to this person I'm reading tarot card for. You got to keep moving forward. Hope, even if fragile, should be carried lightly and personally. The problem is that you're putting faith into illusions and not staying humble in your spiritual decisions, aka giving back, gratitude, etc., the simple things. You're allowing despair to rule your life. Don't spread your hope too thin. Don't have hope in everything. Be picky. You can be picky. You don't have to be pulled each way all the time. Just believe in yourself. That's enough. So you got this dove, and it's a good thing, but you are using it for meaningless things, and that seems to be the problem. These poems and Alan Watts depict this idea very well. Then you got the Hierophant, which was the solution card. All right, so this is the person's solution card. Here we go. Solution card. It's an interesting solution card because it goes very well with our story. This is a person who is being worshipped. He's got worshippers. See worshippers. He is obviously some kind of bringer of peace, some sort of bringer of hope. He's a bringer of hope, and he is like the main guy doing it. So is he someone that people believe in? This was the next card, and it's funny that because the solution card is. So hope is the solution card to hope. but false hope. So this is a real human being. This is a human being right here. This is you, this is me, this is all of us. This is who we should be believing in ourselves. This is who we should be worshipping ourselves. That's what Kanye West is always saying. I am a God, worship yourself. That's what he means. Believe in yourself. It's beautiful. It's what you should be doing. People think that he's egotistical, but it's not egotistical to believe in yourself. It's the point of life. It's enlightenment. And I was looking at this card, and I was reading the tarot cards for this person. I'm thinking, this Counting Crows song keeps coming in my head. The fucking Counting Crows. The fucking Counting Crows keep coming to my head. And that song, Mr. Jones, because he says, and I'll read the lyrics, and the lyrics here say best to me what the solution for this person's problem will be, then I can probably say into my own words. And I really don't like the Counting Crows, but this is it. This is what's up. This stuff comes to me, I don't come to it. All right. So, believe in me. Help me believe in anything, because I want to be someone who believes. Mr. Jones and me tell each other fairy tales, and we stare at the beautiful woman. She's looking at you. I don't think so. She's looking at me. Smiling at the bright lights and coming through the stereo. When everybody loves you, you can never be lonely. Well, I'm going to paint my picture. I'm going to paint it blue and red and black and grey, and all the colours are very, very meaningful. Yeah, well, you know, grey is my favourite colour. I felt so symbolic yesterday. If I knew Picasso, I would buy myself a grey guitar and play Mr. Jones and me, look into the future. Yeah, we stare at the beautiful women. She's looking at you. I don't think so. She's looking at me. Standing in the spotlight. I brought myself a grey guitar. When everybody loves me, I will never be lonely. I will never be lonely. Said I'm never gonna be lonely. I want to be a lion. Yeah, everybody wants to pass as cats. We want to be big, big stars. Yeah, well, we all got our reasons for that. Believe in me, because I don't believe in anything, and I want to be someone to believe, to believe, to believe. Mr. Jones and me stumbling through the barrio. Yeah, we stare at the beautiful women. She's perfect for you. Man, there's got to be somebody for me. I want to be Bob Dylan. Mr. Jones wishes he was just someone a little more funky. Yeah, well, everybody loves you. Son, that's about as funky as you can be. Mr. Jones and me staring at the video. When I look at the television, I want to see me staring right back at me. We all want to be big stars, and we don't know why, and we don't know how. When everybody loves me, I want to be just about as happy as I can be. Mr. Jones and me. Gonna be big stars. So these lyrics depict the person I'm reading for these tarot cards for. They depict this person very well. Can you depict the solution for the person's problem from those song lyrics, do you think? Mr. Jones by the Counting Crows. What is this person's solution to their problem? What is their problem? Their problem is they have nothing to believe in. They don't know what to believe. They're being pulled left, right, center, up and down. They don't know what to believe in. Whenever that happens, you always know to go to the person. What about you? Do you believe in yourself? They usually don't. That's why they're looking for someone else to believe in. This song also depicts my deceased very good friend, Jethro Cave. He hated when I told him that. No one wants to be that person at first listen anyway. Although we all probably have been that person at one point in our lives. He asked me then, who was Mr. Jones? And I said to him as well, I told him, he told me, who's Mr. Jones? Is Mr. Jones him? He's asking if Mr. Jones was him and it's someone who's like another version of himself. And I said, no, Mr. Jones is me. Mr. Jones is actually the illusion. Mr. Jones is the illusion, yes. Jeffrey was correct. Sometimes I think I was an illusion to Jethro. So have you worked out the solution to the belief in the dove and the killing of the raven from the song lyrics of the Counting Crows? I've lost you. I've lost you. So have you worked out the solution to the belief in the dove and the killing of the raven from the song lyrics of the Counting Crows? What I said. Yeah, okay. Hierophant. The Hierophant is the raven. He is a human being. He sits there, says words, and we can listen, and that's real. He, she, I don't need to get into that political trope, do I? You know what I mean. The dove represents the bringing of peace from above. The Hierophant represents peace that exists on earth today already. Which would you prefer? Which would you prefer? The promise of peace or peace? Here's peace. I'm giving it to you. You can take it. Or you can take a promise of peace. Which one are you going to take? Obviously, you're going to take the peace. Unless you're like a psychopath. But for a psychopath, peace could be chopping up bodies, you know? And that's what I'm offering him. Or whatever they do. The solution is to look for what we have, not what we don't have. This is what this card represents. Look for what we have and what we don't have, not what we don't have. Work with what we have, not what we don't have. Accept our strengths, weaknesses, evils, goods, whatever. Really notice yourself instead of wasting time noticing a past life that may or may not have existed. Notice this life that does exist before it's too late. And no amount of comforting stories are going to help you. The only thing that will help you is the discovery of you. Look inside and look outside and look at both at the same time. Discover, notice, be in awe of the beauty right in front of your face. If you can do that. I guarantee your search for the answers will end because you will know all and know nothing. And once you feel that universe within yourself, the search will be over. That's a tarot card reading for someone I know who asked me to do it. These are the cards. So this is the problem card, and that was the solution. And usually I do a conclusion, like a card as well, but they only wanted me to read these two cards, so that's what I did. So problem, solution. There you go, it's music and tarot coming at you. I didn't play any music because it's copyright, so I don't play the music, but I just look at the lyrics. And if the lyrics come to me during a tarot card reading, I'm going to use them. Because usually they're going to say something to me that is better than what I can say, because I'm not very good. My vocabulary is very limited. So Leonard Cohen's probably a lot better, and Alan Watts is definitely a lot better. I got a newfound love for Alan Watts, so I use some of his words in that too. Credited, and then Counting Crows credited. and Counting Crows was displaying the problem, not the solution. Well, the solution was in there, it just wasn't said, and the solution was obvious. You know, he's looking for everything to believe except himself. So believe in yourself. Thank you.
Everybody supports women until a woman's doing better than you. Everybody wants you to love yourself until you actually do. It was something about her hair so perfectly fallen. She was nice and smart and funny and got everything she wanted. She's just charity. Is it not the most obnoxious thing you've heard? Her popularity. She's too pretty for her own good. She's probably self-centered. We hate her and she's nothing. If everybody leaves her, then she had it coming.
You'd like to put on a record, you know. Everyone is listening.
I would like it to be known that I'm not like her. I'm mocking her because I'm not like her. I'm not like those girls. I'm not like those girls. I love doing makeup. I don't mock women like her. I'm not like her. As soon as she gets it, I'm kicking her out. She said enough of the love and I'm bringing her down. Everyone together on the count of 3. 1, 2. You're mundane. We agree. You're you tell the story right, say that you hate yourself and self-criticize, but if we smell desperation on your neck and face, we'll jog you across your own public stage. Everybody supports women till a woman's doing better than you. Everybody wants you to love yourself until you actually do. It was some